You know, we like to think of the universe as this orderly place, right? Governed by these nice, neat, unbreakable laws of physics. But the deeper we look into the cosmic dark, the weirder it gets. Today, we're diving into 10 phenomena that, for all intents and purposes, really shouldn't exist.
It's a pretty fundamental question, isn't it? And for the most part, the answer is yes. Gravity does its thing, light travels at its set speed, things generally make a certain kind of sense.
But only mostly. The more we look, the more we find these strange exceptions to the rule. You could call them glitches in the cosmic code. And these are the things that make us question everything we think we know about reality itself.
So let's start our journey by looking at some of the absolute strangest objects astronomers have ever laid eyes on. It's a true menagerie of cosmic oddballs. Kicking off our list at number 10, we have the loneliest travelers in the entire galaxy: rogue planets.
Just try to picture this. Billions of planets not orbiting a star, but just drifting. They're called nomad worlds because they were violently thrown out of their original solar systems. Now they just wander through the interstellar void in total darkness. But here's the wild part. Scientists think some of these frozen worlds could have liquid oceans under the ice, kept warm by the heat of their own cores. So you could have life thriving in absolute eternal darkness.
All right, up next at number 9, get ready for the magnetic monsters of the universe, Magnetars.
1 quadrillion. That's a 1 with 15 zeros after it. To give you some perspective, if you put a magnetar halfway to the moon, its magnetic field would be strong enough to wipe every single credit card on Earth. It could literally rip the iron right out of your blood cells. And every now and then they have starquakes on their surface that release more energy than our sun puts out in 100,000 years. These things are just terrifyingly powerful.
Coming in at number 8 is one of the greatest mysteries in astronomy today: fast radio bursts.
So imagine this, a burst of radio waves from deep space that lasts for just a millisecond, less than the blink of an eye. But in that tiny fraction of a second, it unleashes as much energy as our sun produces over several days. For a long time, we had no clue what was causing them, which of course led to all sorts of fun speculation about alien technology. We think many of them come from magnetars now, but honestly, the full story is still a huge puzzle.
At number 7, we've got something that sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi horror movie: zombie stars.
Okay, a supernova is supposed to be the end, the big finale, the cataclysmic death of a star. But with these things, called type IX supernova, the star blows up and then just doesn't die. It survives its own annihilation, becoming this weird undead remnant. According to the physics we know, that just shouldn't happen.
Halfway down our list, at number 6, let's talk about the galaxy's ultimate speed demons: hypervelocity stars.
Yeah, that comparison on the screen says it all. Forget about a jet. We're talking about stars that are basically cosmic cannonballs. They get flung out of the galaxy by things like supermassive black holes and are moving so incredibly fast that they're going to escape the Milky Way's gravity completely. They'll just fly off into the empty space between galaxies, never to return.
Okay, so for the first half of the list, we've been looking at some really bizarre objects, but now we're going to a whole other level. We're going to look at phenomena that seem to break the very fabric of reality itself.
At number 5 is a gravitational mystery that's actually affecting our own galaxy as we speak. It's called the Great Attractor. I mean, that's the big question, isn't it? Something huge, some kind of massive gravitational anomaly, is pulling the Milky Way and hundreds of thousands of other galaxies towards it at over 2 million kilometers an hour. But here's the problem. It's hidden behind the disk of our own galaxy, so we can't actually see what it is. We just know we're being pulled.
Brace yourself for number 4. It has a kind of funny name, but it describes what is, without a doubt, the most brutal way to die in the universe: spaghettification.
So as you get closer and closer to a black hole, the force of gravity pulling on your feet becomes so much stronger than the gravity pulling on your head that your body just gets stretched and stretched and stretched until you're literally pulled apart, atom by atom, into a long, thin stream of matter. You literally become spaghetti. It is death by stretching.
We're into the top 3, and this is where your brain might start to hurt a little. At number 3, we have frame dragging.
Okay, try to imagine that space-time isn't empty, but that it's thick, like honey. Now, if you have a massive spinning object, like a black hole, in that honey, it's not just sitting there. Its rotation actually twists the honey, dragging it around in a vortex. Well, that's what black holes do to space-time. The very space around them is rotating. It means you couldn't stay still even if you wanted to. It's a truly mind-bending concept.
Our runner-up at number 2 is a shocking idea that proves that even the most permanent-seeming things in the universe eventually die. This is Hawking radiation. We all think of black holes as these eternal cosmic vacuum cleaners, right? But the brilliant Stephen Hawking proved that's actually not true. Because of some really weird quantum effects that happen right at their edge, black holes slowly leak energy back out into space. Now, it takes an almost unimaginably long time, but over trillions upon trillions of years, even the biggest black holes will completely evaporate until there's nothing left.
And that brings us to our number 1, the most bizarre, the most rule-breaking, and the most profoundly baffling phenomenon known to science: quantum entanglement. You know, it's weird when even Albert Einstein couldn't get his head around it. He called it spooky action at a distance. Here's the deal. You can link two particles so that they're entangled. Then you can separate them by billions of light years. The instant you measure something about one particle, its partner, all the way across the universe, instantly changes to match, faster than light. It's like they're connected by some invisible instantaneous thread. We've proven it's real, but nobody has a clue how it actually works.
So after all that, stars that refuse to die, objects that twist the fabric of space, particles that communicate faster than light, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If the universe is already this strange, and the rules can be bent this much, what other impossible things are still out there, just waiting for us to find them?